Oh, it's good to be back on the old camera. Welcome back, guys. Today we have a how-to video, and it's gonna be dedicated to fixing the back of this boat. And the back of a boat is called the transom. It is where the engine hooks up to, at least on a outboard, inboard, the engine hooks up to the outdrive, and we have a little bit of rot damage in there. And so what we're gonna do is cut out the rotted part and then cut a new piece, place it in there, and then seal it all back up. All right, guys, without further ado, let's get down the frame. Lately, everything's kind of been turning into a huge project every time I step in the boat, but as you can see, there are a lot of components on this thing. There's this whole piece that is actually the coupling between the outside of the boat and the engine part. So we have to remove anything that's hooked up to this and take it out. Oh, boy. Bunch of fat nuts on this one. Huh, if I drop any of these tools into that muck down there, I'm gonna be upset. Well, those are on there. Everything on this is tight. Well, that was a short day. There are just some nuts on there I cannot break out, so I'm gonna need like probably Jake's impact gun. What I can conclude from today is that the transom, I think, needs more work than I thought it would need, which, I mean, that's typical of any project that I start. Makes me seriously concerned that we might not be able to do a patch job on this. It might end up being a full transom replacement. So we'll see. Day 2, guys, we got cloudy weather as always. Brought back up. Jay's here with me, and we're gonna bust out some bolts with this, oh, Jesus.
Oh, earthquake.
That was a lot shorter than I thought it was gonna be.
Story of my life.
You know what always blows my mind is how fast you can do a job when you have the right tools. I was out here for like 30 minutes just messing around with those bolts. Jake comes out and claps it out in 2 seconds. Look at that thing's weird, huh?
Weird as bushing. Oh, is that?
That's where the engine sits.
So we made some progress. We got this little guy, a little keep wire and other miscellaneous boat stuff. Now we're working on getting those fat nuts out of there. Oh, she's already all bottomed out. All right.
Gotta get this off. There's a nut down here. Gotta get this line off. Gotta get this fuel line off. Then we're just we're gonna cut the adhesive on the backside, which is actually probably more of a sealant, and we should have full access to this. And you know, over here looks pretty good. Like we might actually just need to replace this section because this looks like some sort of 2-piece section. Fingers crossed. But as you can see down here, this bolt is like crunched through the wood. Oh, look at that washer, dude.
That's a big old girl.
All right, so this should just slide off and up and out of our way here.
So now we're at the back boat, the other side, back of the boat, the other side. And there's some sealant around here that we gotta get off before we can pull this little outboard guy off.
I like to say that this is doing more than nothing. I don't like it when people take rattle cans to their stuff unless it's a boat engine. Oh, dude, I don't even know if that putty's factory. There's a gasket on that.
We did it!
Oh, dude. That's wrecked. Dude, watch out. Couple things left. We gonna take that drain off. We're gonna have to cut into that. That is rotted beyond belief, so really happy we took that off. Look at that rot.
So what's for dinner?
Yeah, it's like a little, what do you think, like pulled pork? So at the very least, this entire bottom section is gonna have to be cleaned up. How are your thoughts on it?
It's rotted.
It's rotted. Very easy to get that stuff off though, once you have the right tools.
All the rot?
Well.
Or what do you mean though?
Just the back of the boat stuff. But
yeah, it's just nuts and bolts, you know?
Let's theorize why everything went wrong. You think the gasket went bad and it started leaking into the boat?
Probably. I mean, that's... I don't know why else they would seal it if it wasn't bad, you know?
Right.
I wonder, like, with the rod, if it couldn't seal correctly.
Right.
Like, it was just squishing the gasket material was just squishing the rotted wood and it wasn't making a seal.
So we do have a couple options as to what we could do with this. I've contacted the manufacturer of Kusa board and asked our options are for this. They have different sizes. We could redo the whole back of the boat, but I'm hoping that it's kind of limited to that. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's about a 2-inch thick piece of transom here. And then on the side, it's a thinner piece. So I'm hoping maybe we don't have to clean out the whole back and maybe we can just do the center section. We gotta figure figure out how far the rock goes. So that is the next stage, in which I have a respirator for, and then one of us will get in there with our oscillating tool and cut this all out until we don't find rot. So we're probably gonna start with 1-inch circles around the inside of the transom. Jay's all geared up. We're just dealing with fiberglass and probably mold, so I wanna make sure we don't die. So per down to the frame spec, catastrophic issue. We've basically assessed the damage at this point to be
irreparable?
No, so substantial that we will have to replace the majority of the back of the boat. The thing with wood is that obviously once water gets into it, let's say water gets in at this bottom point, it's gonna wick it up the rest.
I think we have solid wood up here.
It is solid wood, but there's for sure moisture in it. Like I said, there is that 2-inch thick part all around. Maybe we just cut all that out and see if we can get to some dry wood and replace that whole thing with Kusa board. I think would be our best bet, and then Kusa board's never gonna break. Yeah, it's fiberglass. Let's cut until we find dry wood. It's not ideal.
What's kind of promising is that up here it looks like it's dry, and like I can't stick this thing in here like I was able to the other. So we might just have to cut some sort of radius here and maybe leave this stuff, but like, is it worth it, or just do the entire thing?
Jackie really wants to
hammer.
We remove this entire, if you look over here, there's that pillar. We remove that, and we're just checking for more rot. At this point, because we cut into this area right here, we realized that there is substantial rot going on in that spine, basically, of the boat. And we just want to make sure that we do repair that and we don't have any issues further on down the road. At that point, we're already pretty deep into the removal of the back of the boat. So it might just be better to do one whole piece, do it right once, and never have to do it again. So this is turning into a project of how to make your boat last 100 years, because we're gonna make this thing real strong. It's gonna be stronger than it came out factory. It's gonna be very durable and reliable and long lasting. So we're gonna redo all this with also some sort of non-degrading material. We were originally probably just gonna like sell the boat, but at this point I'm getting too excited, and when this thing's done, I think I'm gonna have too much pride in it to just get rid of it. Might turn into a family boat that we can all use whenever we want. We're not giving up. We're gonna do this right.
She's chunky.
So gotta come out. Oh, crunchy.
Like fine wine, aged to perfection.
Don't forget your safety Crocs, folks.
Oh boy. You hear that?
Yeah, it's just crunching. Looks like some sort of sealant was used on that.
Teflon maybe? Liquid Teflon?
Maybe.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
What do you think of the oscillating tool? Is it handy?
Pretty nice. I don't know how else we would do this. Like
Right. Oh, dude, look at how soft that is.
Yeah, you were over by the fire, but I was just plunging in.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That's what I was worried about. Oh, dude! What is that? Is that foam?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Oh my Lanta. Get a closer look at that. That right there, she is wrecked. I don't know what that is, but it's some sort of foam.
Oh yeah, it's fucking water.
Just water. Soaked in water. Don't buy these. Oh my god, it's
Why
just...
would they do this? I don't understand.
Is there more wood under that?
No, let's talk about it.
Check out the water that's in there. Absolutely disgusting. Wow, it really opened up back here though.
It certainly did.
Got some breathing room. Let's sit down now.
There's not much to, wouldn't want to breathe much of this in here though.
No.
Exploratory surgery over here yielded a result I wasn't expecting. I thought the runner would be here, but is there no runner? Is this just like a solid fiberglass hull?
I guess so. I mean, I don't see a runner. I thought it would have some sort of, but it might be not long enough boat to need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the fiberglass might be rigid enough.
Yeah.
So I mean that might be a silver lining almost, right?
See, yeah,
You know
could
what I
save
mean?
us. Because if we don't need to replace this whole stringer all the way up,
Right. That's
that,
what I mean. Because like I wonder if we just rip, because we're gonna rip these fucking carpets up anyway, right?
yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I wonder if we can just figure out, because I don't know if there's plywood or is there like fiberglass under all this.
I don't know. I would imagine it's just plywood, but you never know with these kinds of old boats. It'd be nice to get everything in here just all neat and clean.
Need some bleach.
Yeah.
Probably known a cancer to cause California.
Cause
I'm more optimistic than I was 20 minutes ago.
yeah, I would say the fact that there's no stringers really saves us a bit.
Yeah.
We're not going to use wood. Like, what a disastrous option to use wood in a boat.
I know. And I want to do some research. Like, why the fuck is there foam in here?
I think it's just to like level the floor.
You
It's
think
a floor
so?
leveler, yeah. Just to fill the void instead of using something more expensive or heavier.
But that's,
you know?
if that gets wet, it's never gonna
Dry.
It's
I
never
know.
gonna dry.
Well, I think the idea is it never gets wet, but clearly that didn't work out. Yeah, and we can use
Plywood
king board or Kusa board or something like that.
might be a little bit. I don't know about. I've never used it, but is it more rigid than?
Yeah,
Okay, so maybe we won't even need it depending on how we mount it.
exactly. Yeah, it's just an overall stronger material and lighter than wood. So taking out the whole transom, that two piece of plywood right there, that probably 2 inches, 2 inches. That whole section probably weighs 10 pounds.
Soaking wet right now.
Oh well,
Probably way more.
way more. But
Yeah.
the Kusa board is probably going to be half the weight. Demo work, you know. I think this is at this point, it's going to give us a little bit of a chance to engineer this to be significantly different.
It's an opportunity, that's for sure.
Yeah, I'm glad we dug into this and didn't wait to put the engine in.
This might give us an opportunity to make our own engine mounts too.
This gives us loads of opportunity. It's just a lot more work, and where we're only putting a day in a week, it's concerning as to if we'll get this done by the end of summer. I think we're really going to have to pull some overtime at some point.
Damn Swedes.
Dude, look at how long those screws are just for this piece.
People are dumb.
Why would I be excited about that? A lot of progress in one day, though.
Getting a look at our throttle assembly for the first time here.
Oh yeah.
Some miscellaneous wiring, you know, the good stuff. So we got our runners out on the side here. We discovered some pretty suspect wiring. I don't know if you want to. Something you generally don't want to see when you take it apart is some really nice chafing here. Makes me a little bit nervous about the rest of the wiring in this thing. I like it better without those things on.
Yeah, it
Looks
frees
like
up
way
space,
open.
dude.
Looks
Yeah.
way more open.
Wonder if we can do something where we don't have
Like
to put
tuck
the
it in
yeah,
more or something.
maybe do like a slant or something that's fiberglass, so we could like sand that down and paint it.
Yeah.
think
Well,
that'd
like
be-
you were saying, the decking too. Like we could maybe just run it up the side.
Oh,
That might be
yeah,
good.
that'd be nice. Lots of ideas now that we have this all apart.
Cutter A part. All right, bud.
She's almost cleaned out though. Luckily, boats are
There's not much to them, you know.
not much, you know.
Not much.
I mean, these seats were clever for their day. They were supposed to like fold flat. See how it splits open? Smart thinking, terribly executed. Yeah, this boat was not taken care of, but we're gonna take care of her now.
It just split it too.
Everywhere, RGB. You heard it here, folks. He said it. He wants to do cool lighting. It's going to be RGB. 16.9 billion different colors going off. Your Crocs aren't strong enough to kick that down? Yeah, see the Crocs. The power of Crocs.
At the power.
Crocs can tell you.
I was literally gonna say that.
Look, nice little hammer holder. Don't
that's
breathe that.
fiberglass. That is all fiberglass.
Asbestos?
We need a sniper.
Breaks entire piece of wood.
All right, so now we're gonna cut the rest of this little guy out of here. Hopefully get it down to the foam. Hopefully, I think it's probably gonna be the same as this side, so we'll see how it goes.
Now I'm going to start drinking the jungle juice. It's going to give me superpowers.
Yeah, give me something, dude.
Alright guys, so we made some progress here. A bit of a pile of trash over here, but we were suspecting that the rot encompassed the entire transom, and based off of this left-hand side view, it looks like we were correct.
At this point, we will do a whole new transom. I don't know if they like custom fit it, or they just give you a sheet and they say run with it, and we'll keep cutting away and cleaning until we don't find rot. A lot of work to do, but it's good. It gives us an opportunity to do some reinforcement here because I do want to do a deck off the back of this thing. So it'll be good to build that up and get that structurally sound. We learned a lot today, and we have a really good idea of where we need to head. I'm glad we did this when we did this. And this boat's gonna look awesome on the inside. All right, so what we're gonna do is just clean up the boat, make sure we got a nice clean work area for the next time we head back here, and weatherproof it a little bit. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, and we'll see you guys next time on Down in the Frame.